What is up, guys? It is the Bluebloods here, back with another episode. We've already had a bunch of recruiting news, already some new articles up on the website, thebluebloodspod.com, highlighting a UNLV transfer to Prairie View, also McNeese landing a huge three-star quarterback transfer from Georgia Southern. So go check those out. But we got to talk about Bethune-Cookman here, man, as Walter Simmons III, former East Carolina quarterback, announced his commitment to Bethune-Cookman today on social media. And this is a giant pickup for Terry Sims and this offensive staff for Bethune-Cookman. As we know, they brought Jalen Jones in to potentially be the starting quarterback this year after having some struggles at times last year where the quarterback play was just a bit too inconsistent. They have one of the biggest, in my opinion, probably the biggest receiving threat in the SWAC and Kamari Everett at tight end. And they did land some high profile wide receivers, including, if I'm not mistaken, a former Jackson State receiver, Corey Reed, is going to be at Bethune-Cookman this year as well. So they've had a few offensive additions, man. The offensive line's looking much improved. A lot of people are looking at Bethune-Cookman as a sleeper, but this is a giant pickup, man. Walter Simmons is just a pure playmaking athlete at the quarterback spot, man. 6'2", 180 out of Orange Park, Florida, played at Oakleaf High School, was a consensus three-star quarterback according to the 247 composite, a top 71 quarterback in the country, a top 135 player in the loaded state of Florida, and was just outside the top 1,000 players in the class of 2021. Held offers from East Carolina, Alabama A&M, Bethune-Cookman even offered him out of high school, Coastal Carolina, and Georgia Southern. Looking at his high school career, over his final two seasons, man, had over 4,000 yards passing, 37 passing touchdowns, over 800 rushing yards, and 17 rushing touchdowns is what he produced, man. And at Oakleaf, as a senior, led them to the second round of the playoffs, led them to, I believe, a semifinals appearance earlier in his career. And this guy can do it on the ground. He can do it through the air. And I really like what he's going to bring to this Bethune-Cookman offense, as he's even put on a little bit of weight in since he's gotten to college, man. He went from 180 to almost 200 pounds at ECU after just 1 year. So he's putting a lot of weight on his frame, which I like. And on top of that, he's refining his technique. As you can see in the film, his release is a bit unorthodox, and some of the scouts, are going to pick you apart if you have an unorthodox release point as a quarterback. But he gets the ball where it needs to be. His ball placement is on point, man. He can get it in some really, really tight windows. And then, as you see here, when he gets in the open field, the vision is amazing, and he's going to go make a play. And the number one thing I love about Walter Simmons at the quarterback spot is when things break down, when things get tough, he's always looking to make a play. Whether it's a shovel pass, whether it's with his feet, whether it's giving his receiver a chance to go up in one-on-one coverage and go make a play. He can do it in so many different ways, and he's not scared to take a few chances, man. And for me, looking at it from just a football perspective, everybody at this level is going to be good when everything is 100% in their favor. But the special athletes come from when things break down, when things get uncomfortable. Are they still able to compose themselves and go make a play? And that's what Walter Simmons can do for Bethune-Cookman. I mean, when I look at his skill set, his potential, I really do think, even with Jalen Jones coming back in, Simmons has the talent to go out there and play for Bethune-Cookman this year. The lucky part is he has 4 years of eligibility left for Bethune-Cookman. So even if he happens, they want to go with Jalen Jones this year, this is a transfer that can be the face of your offense, be the face of your program for multiple years moving forward. I really like I said, his ball placement, his accuracy is on point, his footwork is pretty good. And on top of that, his just playmaking ability and just having that it factor where if you need a play made, you can look at Walter Simmons III to go make that play. This is a huge pickup for Bethune-Cookman. Quarterback after this year with Jalen Jones leaving was one of the biggest concerns for a lot of people. I think Walter Simmons is a guy who's going to come in here and start multiple years for the Wildcats, man. And he really and truly is a huge upgrade at this quarterback spot. And I think he could have Bethune Cookman looking really, really interesting going into these next few years. I'm extremely excited to see what he brings. I'm ready for him to get on campus and get into this offense and even challenge Jalen Jones for some playing time this year. But they're going to be able to use them in multiple different schemes and everything. And I think with his foot, with his feet, and with his arm strength and accuracy, he can be a real factor in the SWAC in these next coming years. So this is a big pickup. I wanted to come on here and do a video because this is a huge, huge pickup for Bethune-Cookman. One of my favorite transfers that has happened this offseason at the SWAC. I think Walter Simmons' potential is through the roof. I think his ceiling is SWAC All-American, and I think Bethune-Cookman right here landed an immediate impact guy in Walter Simmons III at the quarterback spot. So comment below your thoughts on Bethune-Cookman's big pickup in Walter Simmons III. Comment below if you think that he can beat out Jalen Jones this year for the QB1 spot, or if you think he is a future piece that will start over the next few years. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, head to our website, thebluebloodspod.com, for even more recruiting content from across the FCS landscape. And guys, until next time, the Blue Bloods are out.